everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy Art Party Saturday. Ooh, we're pouring in. Nice. Everybody, we love seeing your faces. So if you really want to join the party, bottom left on your screen is a video button that you can turn on so we could see your shining faces here with us, and then we can wave to you and see you wave back. And then also at the bottom of your screen is a chat button. And if you turn that on, we love hearing from you in the chat while we're presenting, during the presentations. Right now, we're going to pop in where we're all from. I am popping in Long Island, New York as we speak. We got Pennsylvania. There we go. This is my fave, seeing where everybody's from.
Hi, Karla.
Who said hi, Karla?
Gilda.
Oh, hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. And I just want to let you know that I did get the package. I have not opened the bubble wrap yet since I haven't gotten it to New York, but just wanted to let you know it's here.
Oh, good. That makes me very happy. Once again, for those of you that just popped in, you have a video button at the bottom of your screen if you'd like to turn it on and wave.
Hi, hi Cheryl.
Woo, Texas in the house. Very nice. Great. So it's bottom left is your video button where you could turn it on and join the party. And then also down there is your chat button if you'd like to pop in where you're from. We've got Eastern Massachusetts. We've got somebody in Nancy's backyard. Nancy, do you know there's somebody in your backyard?
Yeah.
Funny way to find out. We're going to get started in just another minute. I'm Karla. So nice seeing everybody on a Saturday. I don't know if any of you are here in the Northeast, but we are having gorgeous, gorgeous weather today.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. Finally feeling like spring. Here we are. Look at that. Guilford. There was a show, beautiful show in Guilford, from Guilford.
Yeah.
And welcome again. I hope you all know where you are. You're at an art party today. I can't think of a better place for all of us to be, is celebrating the cultural arts together. And I think it is that time. I am going to get us started. So one last time for those that didn't hear me the first 50, at the bottom of your screen is a video camera. We love seeing your faces if you'd like to join us at the party that way on screen. Otherwise, also there is a chat button, and the chat is a lot of fun because we are going to be popping in links to people's websites and the products they're going to show, as well as commenting and enjoying each other's comments on the beautiful artwork we're here to see today. Just one technical thing. If we have any major difficulties at all during the show and the party for some reason ends abruptly, we're going to post an updated link immediately at the top of our website, which is artpartycentral.org. So just remember that ORG at the end, and if for some reason Zoom shuts us down, we go right there and we start right back up again within a couple of minutes. Now that all that's out of the way, we always like to start our party with a toast, even if you're just drinking a little water like I am, or something more fun. Let's say cheers to spending a Saturday together celebrating the arts.
Cheers.
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 So I am Karla of Karla Gudeon Art and Design, and proud to be a founding member of Art Party Central, so this wonderful platform. I have a line of original watercolors and art for the home, as well as goods and gifts. And I am joined today by my wonderful co-host, who is also an Art Party Central founder, Nora Swan from Swan&Stone Millinery, and they can be found at swanandstone.com. Oh, and I forgot, and I could be found at karlagudeon.com. I believe those two web addresses will make their way into the chat. Today, we are joined by 6 amazingly talented artists. I'm so excited. We have Maureen Riley from PoshFELT. We have Rebecca Scott from Shepherd's Run Jewelry. Soli Pierce from Sherwood Forest Design, Luba Ermalova from LFABRIKA, Nancy Marland from Nancy Marland Jewelry, and Joanne Litz from Steel Pony. Let me tell you how this whole thing is going to go down. Each of the artists is going to give a presentation, and then if time allows, I'm going to ask them 1 or 2 questions that have either been previously submitted or that we find come up in the chat as they're presenting. After that, at the end of the party, we are going to raffle off one $50 gift certificate to each of the artists' websites. So that is 6 chances to win just for hanging out and partying with us here today. So you do have to be present. So stick around to the end of the presentations. We're also at that time going to give you a special discount code that's going to be good on all 6 of the artists' websites for an entire week, as well as my website for my artwork and Swan&Stone's website for the great hats. So at the end of the party, when that's all done, we're going to open up for an after party for some chatting and mingling together. Those of you that need to run can run at that time. And those of you that just want to stay and hang and ask your questions or hang with the artist for a little while longer, we love having you there. So let's get to the fun stuff. Our first artist today is Maureen. Maureen, take it away.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a gorgeous day here in Jamestown, Rhode Island, where my studio is. And today I'm going to show you a little bit of my felt collection and also my vegan leather collection. The last couple of shows I've been working on new work, so I thought I'd start this party with my brand new bag, which is the wristlet, made in 100% vegan leather. Now, vegan leather is actually a material made from different post-consumer materials. And some vegan leather is made from cactus and apple peels. It all depends on the manufacturer. But I source my vegan leather through a reputable dealer, so I'm confident in calling it vegan leather. It's good for the environment and good for animals. And this is the new wristlet. So my bags are special in a way because they're really lightweight and functional. And I don't use zippers, so I use different mechanisms to open and close the bag. And this one in particular is one of my most popular mechanisms because it's easy to open. It's a flex frame, so it is a metal frame inside a casing. And all you have to do, I put these knobs on, pull it open, and then you can get all your items out and in easily, and it stays open until you're ready to shut it. So once you're ready to close it, all you have to do is snap it and it stays closed. So no matter what's in your bag, nothing will fall out. So this is the new design. It's just a really minimalist wristlet, but it's great because you can put it in your larger tote bag, your work bag, when you're carrying, when you're going out to lunch, you can just grab the wristlet, which has your phone and maybe your keys and just a card or two, and most importantly, your lipstick. So if you look behind me, you can see there's a lot of fun colors because after last year, I decided I'm going to jumpstart this year with a lot of color. And color makes me happy. So you'll see definitely different hues of greens and blues and pinks, and I've added some red. I also wanted to tell you that you'll see the gray silver in all of these wristlets. Now, I actually create the double-sided fabric. I fuse another vegan leather on the back of the colorful one, which makes it double-sided. So that is where you'll see the different color on the inside. It's actually the back of the vegan leather. So fun, functional, and just that pop of fun color. So with that being said, a couple of parties I haven't really showcased my felt, but I decided to do it this party. So lately I've been having fun making my felt bowls, and they're catch-all bowls. So here I'm showcasing it in an anthracite, which goes with many different home styles. But what's great is they're ultra lightweight. They're made out of 4 millimeter thick fabric, felt fabric, and the rivets keep them, give this great round design. So it's fun, it's functional, and it's also super lightweight. So these are 2.6 ounces. So you can, when you're moving it from room to room, you're basically carrying the weight of the item. Now, I use mine to throw my keys, glasses, change, whatever, emptying out my pockets. And it makes it really convenient to have all those little things in one place. As you can see, they come in fabulous, fun colors. So we have watermelon, some lime green, orange, blues, and all of the colors are represented on the website.
I'm loving the jewel tones, Soli. Not Soli, what am I talking about, Maureen? I am loving the jewel tones. I have a bowl right at the entryway to my house that I want to switch to one of those that I call the key bowl. And it really is just that. It's absolutely for putting everything in.
And it keeps all those little items just contained, and it doesn't look messy, you know, and it's just like a quick grab and go, you know where your keys are. So it's functional, it's fun, it's that pop of color.
That's what you do best. I mean, you and your pop of color. When I think of you, that's what I think of, is this incredible pop of the jewel tones. And your closures have this vintage vibe, but you're like doing that thing where you take everything old and making it new again by putting it with these fresh, summery, springy, you know, lemony color. I mean, that yellow behind you, that was like Amanda Gorman's jacket at the inauguration. That is the color.
It is the hottest color of the season. I will tell you, I have it in the wristlets. I have it in the casual crossbodies. I have it everywhere because it's that just pop of sunshine that everyone has just been craving lately. So,
I think it is. I think it's fueling an emotional need, and your bags, I could see doing that, where you just feel good and put a little jaunt in your step when you work around with them. Are your vegan leathers easy to clean?
Yes, both my, all three of my collections. We have the vegan leather, we have the felt, and we also have the cork. And they're ridiculously easy to clean because they're, well, the cork and the felt are natural fibers, so they automatically repel water instantly. But if you spill coffee on it, I take a 1-to-1 ratio of any soap that I have. I've been known to spill coffee on my bag. So normally I'm in the kitchen. So I grab the Dawn, I grab a soft cloth, and I soak up as much of the liquid as possible. And then I use the detergent and rinse it off. And it's more of a spot clean. And it just looks brand new afterwards. So
that's so artist friendly, because I don't know what it is with us, but you know, we have ability to make these technically perfect, fine things. And then sometimes our gross motor skills are just off, you know?
And actually I have spilled wine too. And that's a very quick rinse.
Now, I want to make sure I get to this question, even though we don't have that much time left, because I've heard a little of this before, and it's my favorite thing you talk about, is what is your inspiration when you create a new bag?
I absolutely am inspired by vintage handbags. I love the way the mechanisms open and close, and it's just really unique. So it becomes one of those design elements that just shine and sparkle. And it's just that uniqueness that makes everyone kind of stop and say, oh, where'd you get that? That's really cool. Because it is, it's just a little piece of art, and in the mechanisms itself. So I love vintage bags. I have a lot of my own in my own personal collection, and I do get that vibe from them. I love the shape and the way they hold their shape. And I've included that in my bags too, because my bags
it really is a where'd you get that kind of purchase when you get
I love it too. When I always test drive my new designs. So when someone stops me, I'm always like, oh yeah, I made it.
I just find it the most thoughtful thing, the way you like won't put anything out there until you've really tested the wheels. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I can't wait to get back to you at the after party. And we are going to move
forward to
on to Rebecca with Shepherd's Run. I am so excited to hear this presentation.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this gorgeous day. If you do hear noise in the background, it may be my dog who comes in or my 10-year-old son who is doing baseball. So he's due back any minute. So they may pop in and say hi. But in the meantime, I just wanted to kind of welcome you to my jewelry if you're not familiar with me. I'm in New England. I'm very coastal. A lot of my shapes and inspiration comes from the coast and pebbles and walks I take with my family. I like to do very minimal work, easy to wear, everyday jewelry. Today, a couple of the things that I spotlighted and bought with me. I'm in my living room today. A couple of things I'm showing are kind of things that I sell a lot for Mother's Day, which is coming up really soon. And these are pieces that I didn't necessarily make with the intention of being a family piece or a piece representative of motherhood, but they happened to work for that, and people kept buying them with that intention. So I figured I would show them today. This one is my Aurora necklace, which this particular one has 3 dots. I do them with as many dots as people find pertinent. So if you have a number in your family that's significant, be it the number of kids, the number of people in the whole family, I can do these with any dots. On my website, I have them with 2 dots or 3 dots, but I make everything from scratch myself, so it's not a big deal to change up the number. Another piece that this ends up being a birthstone necklace a lot of the time. This is my Lucy necklace, named after a very good family friend. This particular one has a Swarovski premium cubic zirconia, but I can do these with many different stones by request as well. And again, I've done this necklace with several different stones in it, as well as just the one. But this is one of those things that's very easy to wear, light, modern, minimal, can go with whatever you have, because who doesn't love circles too? Another necklace that tends to lend itself towards the family theme is my organic trio, this guy here. There's the idea and the image of nestling and being nurtured, having all of these nested within each other. One thing I love about this, these guys during your day will just kind of move around and give it a different shape and feel. This is in oxidized silver. So any of my work that's in silver, I can either oxidize so you get this dark contrast or leave it bright. And again, argentium silver, I don't know if people are familiar with argentium. It's a slightly newer metal. It is a silver. It is actually better than sterling silver in that it has less copper in it. Copper is what makes silver tarnish. Argentium can still tarnish, but it takes an awful lot longer to tarnish. And in terms of working with it, for me, it's a more pleasant metal to work with. It's more malleable, it's more, I can fuse it, which means I, on my end, have less chemicals that I work with, because I do tend to fuse it as opposed to solder it. And really fun things come out of playing with it as well. These are, I haven't actually got these up on my website yet, but they're going to be up today. These are one of my newer pairs of earrings, which will be up and called Shimmer, because as you can see, there's a lot of movement and they really do kind of shimmy and shimmer as you wear them. You'll see in this, I have a touch of 14 karat gold fill as well. I tend to use gold fill. I work in karat gold as well, but for affordability and just everyday wear, gold fill is great. It's 14 karat gold over a base metal. It's not like plate, so it will not wear off. But it gives a little warmth, a little contrast. I love having the 2 metals together. It just tends to give a little more. I do a lot of pieces that have the 2 metals together, because that way you really get to see the difference between the two. As predicted, my son is about to walk in the door. So you may come in and say hello. But these are my Lindsay necklace as well. Another one that really shows the good contrast between the oxidized silver and the gold, or the bright silver and the gold. This is a claspless necklace. You just pop it over your head. Super easy to wear and nice to layer as well. And again, just a really simple statement.
It has an edge too, though. It's an edgy necklace, which I like.
Thank you.
I'm so excited by your work. I feel like I love so much about it. I love that a lot of it looks stackable to me, that you could wear more than one.
I love to layer, like in this. It's, you know, when you're feeling that you need to go super fancy, you can just put more and more on. I tend to use complementary textures in the work as well. So,
and I like the idea of mixing the textures in the metal the way you have. But my other favorite thing I couldn't wait to tell you while you were talking about it is the metaphor in your work to the family members. So, you know, it doesn't have any, like, there's no cheesy factor to it. You're not actually making little people, but you're making these dots that represent the people you love. Like, I could so see it being my mother and my sisters and my stepsisters and, you know, all of us on one. It's just floating my boat completely. Tell me, how did you get started making your jewelry?
Kind of a funny story. So originally, I'm a trained painter and printmaker. I got, when I moved to this country, I know I don't sound like it, but I'm actually Irish. Lost my accent within about 6 months of moving here. I ended up working in the interior design field. So I started sewing because I had access to lots of fabrics, and started having parties for bags. Did that, made a couple of pieces of jewelry, one being for my very best friend who was having a significant birthday. I couldn't afford anything I wanted to buy her. So I made some pieces for her. She's Israeli and she's very blunt, and she's just like, I don't like this. Why would you give this to me? Take it back. So I took it back. I wore it and I sold it off my neck within a couple of days. And it literally just started from there, from a returned gift.
We're all lucky that damn bitch didn't like it then.
But yeah, that was in 2002. So I had done jewelry for a long time on the side, and then about 5 years ago made the switch to self-employment, which I have to say has been a blessing during COVID, because my baseball playing son has been remote schooling. So I'm working out of my basement right now. I don't even get to go to my studio, but I still get to do what I love. So I'm
we
very
literally
grateful.
have like 20 seconds and I have so many more questions for you, but there is one on the chat that I don't want Jennifer to feel ignored. Quickly, show us your ring on, tell us about the one on your right hand.
These guys here, my hands are super dirty from working earlier. These are my shield ring, which aren't up on the website yet, but there are studs that are like them. It's a hammered finished. It's a different hammered finish. I actually use a tiny reciprocating hammer. And again, argentium. I make them so they're nice and low. They don't stick out, so they're not going to catch on things. And my other quick little trick, if you're putting your hands in and out of your pocket or something, and you want to really get rid of it, it just nestles and still like fits into your fist and everything. So it's
Rebecca of the tips and tricks. Rebecca, we're definitely going to come back to you at the after party. And I'm for some of these things not on your website and that that you're showing, because you're showing some great pieces. I'll bet if you put your email into the chat, Rebecca will get back to you with how to purchase some of these things that aren't on the website if you're interested in some of the things she showed. But we could talk more about that later. And thank you so much. And we are going to move on to Soli.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this gorgeous day from the Hudson Valley, where my studio has been for 27 years, creating this line of handmade functional salad bowls. Art and home are really important to me. My background is as a painter and also as an art, I have a master's in architecture and environmental design. So spacing, design, form, function, all really important elements to me. I started this so I could stay home, use my talent, and raise my then young son. And now, fast forward 27 years later, a lot of people have joined the Sherwood family. My collectors are like my family, and we calculated last year that we probably have about 500,000 bowls around the world now. And they're still going strong. They hold up to daily use. They celebrate times around the table, everyday moments and weddings, Mother's Day coming up. You know, I am really inspired by nature. I live in the middle of the woods here. So this is kind of a sampling of some of my collection. You can go to my website, sherwoodforestdesign.com, and see more. We can ship gifts to you or for you. One thing I want to show you, we're talking about the bright yellow color of one of the beautiful PoshFELT bag, but here I'd like to invite you to tiptoe through our tulips. It's spring. I have my tulips come in about 5 different colorways, and those are all on my website, but it's like having flowers on the table all the time. And I love the way the tulips kind of dance around the bowl with these. It's a gift that keeps on giving. When you give it to share it with people, they always remember who gave it to them. What else can I think to share with you?
Well, while you're showing, show us more, but those dancing tulips, I literally gasped when you showed me.
Okay, this is one. This is actually, someone's coming to pick this one up tomorrow. You know, stay tuned to my Instagram and Facebook feed, because we're doing a lot of really cool other live events. We love being with Art Party Central. I have such a deep respect for this community and group of women, and for all of us as kind of makers and creators who found a way to survive during you know, COVID and the pandemic, and find a way to keep sharing our work and building community. So that's been, I've actually gotten so close to so many of my collectors just by virtue that we're doing more like Zoom calls or just conversations, checking in with each other. So, you know, we're happy to work with you in a lot of different ways. One of the new, this is also a bowl I want to show you. This was, I have this also in a few different background colors. This was one of the pieces I did for the Philadelphia Museum of Art for the Cezanne show. I also do this in about 5 or 6 different colorways. It feels like you can pick the apples right out of the bowl. Each one of these apples has 7 or 8 layers of paint to give them the dimensionality. The interior painting of this bowl alone, I've touched it about 1,000 times. So it is, you know, like all of our work, you know, it's made with love, a lot of care, and a lot of handwork.
You know, those apples, they look like they're against the sky. And
yeah, this one, let me see if I can get this one down. This one, I love this palette too. Actually, the curator at the Philadelphia Museum of Art asked me to do this palette, and usually I, you know, do what I want to paint, but I know a good idea when somebody gives it to me, and this has been one of my best things that I ever listened to someone on.
It's very full and luscious, and it makes you feel very.
It is. It's like, people tell me it's like having sunshine on their table, and you know, people get relationships going with their bowls. I think because people gather around them, they share, they use them, they become just a piece of their daily life, and most people leave them out.
I can assure you, in a relationship with your bowl would be better than a lot of the relationships.
I know.
And I just love the love that goes in. You feel it, and you're such, I mean, you are such an amazing painter. It's like you do want to like use it functionally, but also just have it out where people are going to see it, even as a bowl or even leaning as art. It's just incredible. You make my heart sing with your work. What else inspires you?
Well, you know, I'm really inspired by being in the woods and shape and form and color. And one way that I'm really going big time with my work right now is I'm going really minimal, because, you know, I hit this point in my life. I used to do checks on all of the bowls. Now I'm telling people I'm leaving my checkered past behind and playing it straight. So almost all of the bowls now come with a solid rim. We will still do the checks for you if you want, but I'm really liking the simplicity of the solid rims. And even more, I'm liking just the simplicity of just color in the simple bowls like this. And they come in 3 different sizes, all of my bowls. And these rings of color, I don't know if you can see it. I mean, it's kind of heavy to hold all of them. But it's the 18-inch, the 15-inch, and the 12-inch. And a lot of people will order all 3 sizes and ring the colors. And, you know, it really, it looks great. It's a lot of fun. But it's art and function married together. And I thought I would only do this for a couple years when my kid was little, but I think, you know, the universe had a different plan in mind. I was in all the Nordstrom stores within a year of starting this, and you know, it's just had its own life. Yeah, and I love the community. I love making. So
we love having you, and sometimes our passions find us, and this really seems to have found you. We have just like 30 seconds before we move on, and then I know I have questions that were previously submitted for the after party, but right now 2 in the chat. Do you hand turn the bowls yourself? What kind of paint do you use? And do metal salad servers scratch the surface? 20 seconds, go.
Okay, I have someone on my team who hand turns all the bowls. I hand paint them. They're sealed 8 times for a lifetime of use. We recommend wooden utensils. So we sell those with the bowls. You don't want to use metal. I mean, I'll have to say I have used metal. And if you do by mistake and you scratch it, or if you're really aggressive, we will totally fix the bowl at, you know, I don't charge you for that. I want your bowl to be like, oh, my bowl, I love it. So we're always happy to help you if there ever is an issue. There rarely is, but we stand behind it. We put a gift card in with everything that lets you know you can use it. We package it all in a super nice bag.
Ooh, I love packaging. Great packaging. Solely, we have
packaging. You know, we white glove you from start to finish. We want to take care of you.
You are the best. Okay, I cannot wait to come back to you. And I'm also so excited. We got a color theme going here. Luba, take it away. I cannot wait. Luba, are you muted? We don't hear you.
I did.
Oh, no, now we do.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all. And I'm second time here, and I'm so happy to be here. Like Sally said, it's amazing job this group of women doing, and we so happy to be part of it too. And today, some of you already know my scarf, and some of you not. And I would like, first of all, welcome you to my studio, LFABRIKA studio, which is upstate New York, Albany area in my house. And today I would like to talk to you about summer collection, spring collection, and especially before Mother's Day. And two type of scarves I want to talk to you today. It's rayon scarves and linen scarves. It's lightweight, and rayon scarves. Especially today, I would like, many of you knows my tricks, how I tie scarves, and most of them, the 3 colors combination scarves, and each scarf come to your house with instruction how to tie. It's very simple, it's very easy. But today, I will show you how I call this summer trick. For this, also you will get this simple, very simple clip. It's nothing fancy about clip, but what you can do, because it's summer, sometimes you just want to cover your shoulders, and you going through this fine fabric of knitted scarves, which is many holes, and you take one side, you take a little bit another clip, and look what you have. You have symmetric, cover your shoulders, or you can turn around and have asymmetric looks. And there you go. Also, if you just clip and leave here, nothing change your outfits if you can change and have scarves again. Okay, now I'm going to show you very quickly like a spring summer combination. It's blue one. It's all favorite people who wear jeans, and summer, it's really summer sky, some kind of style. This green one, sage colors combination. And also I want to show you a couple very dark and statement ones. It's magenta, this jewel tone, and this one, it's red and black and silver one. But it's a lot of colors on my website. In other collections, linen scarves. Linen scarves, for example, it's interesting things. I use for my work knitting looms. And knitting looms, it's big metal. You know what it's. Somebody called this knitting machine or knitting loom, and I have a few of them in my studio. And one I use just for lace. How interesting, like very heavy metal and a lot of sounds, and can give me from with very fine yarn, very lacy, light scarves. These scarves, just 60 grams, it's just a little over 2 ounces. Look, it's just very airy one. And I have several colors. And this one actually, I made last couple of days. It's new colors. It's not on website yet. It's some kind of silver gray one. And even you have just t-shirt or black or white, this scarf can just finish your outfit. Or you can wear like that, just around your neck. You can asymmetric. It's scarf. What I love about scarves, you can use them, you can wear them different ways. And also through this technique, or I don't know how to say, it's like all women, we have different idea how we like to wear scarves. Somebody wear like around even this like that, and there you go. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, that's adorable, Nora. You know, and what I like also is about these summer weight scarves is not every woman thinks to wear a scarf in the summer. And when you do, it's noticeable. It makes such a great fashion forward statement, and it's an easy thing to do. There is a question in the chat, which is, are these machine loomed, and what is the fabric? And my question is, I know in the fall winter, I'm always going gaga for your oversized pieces. Are you doing oversized pieces for spring, summer?
I do oversized pieces with cashmere and merino wool and silk. For example, if you really evening time, yes. And always summer is a little tricky because after like 8, 9 p.m. or 7 p.m., depend of region, it's very cold. And if you go to park or, restaurant or something, this cashmere, it's really oversized shawl and wrap, but it's perfect for summer. For summer evening, it's just exactly what you need. And also I have dark colors and I have very, very heavy also. This piece I like to wear even when I sit in my bench outside, like after 5 noon or like, 5 evening or 6
I'm
evening.
picturing a fire pit and feeling all cozy wrapped in one of your pieces. And I also love the capability of it to throw it on with a pair of jeans or a light summer sundress. But it could also be if you're going to that, that wedding or that affair, if we could ever gather again, and it could really
Yeah,
go dress up as well.
Very quick, just show these colors what I have. And this actually also one of the new colors. It's not in website yet, but it will be next couple days. It's like teal color. And it's really, really functional. It's really, I don't know. I just love it.
In music, there was
I
that.
love it, you.
There was the record company with the wall of sound. This has been the show with the wall of color. It has really been from one artist to the other. The trajectory is the gorgeous colors. Luba, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
To ask you more at the after party. And we're going to move this on to another jeweler who I'm so excited to see her work and presentation. Nancy, take it away.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here, my first time, so I'm a little nervous. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my background and show you 2 of my favorite collections. So my background is that I started jewelry design about 6 years ago. I made a major career shift. I was a graphic designer for 30 years and I got sick of working on the computer and I really wanted to get back to my roots. I was a fine art major. I have a BFA in painting and sculpture. Along the years, I dabbled in many different craft disciplines, including fine woodworking and ceramics. I eventually found my way to silver metal clay and my jewelry was born. From there, I went into polymer clay. And so I really found a marriage between the 2 materials. I really love the bright silver. I love the shiny bright silver, very neutral, reflecting the world around you and having this really interesting polymer pattern as a contrast to the silver. So my collections, I started with a collection that I'm not going to talk about today, but it's on my website, my water collection. But my bebop collection was born because I really wanted something with much more of a pop, and bebop is, about music and spontaneity. And these are the earrings in my bebop collection. I love the balanced asymmetry. I play with the bold patterns. This piece is a pendant, which I call my 3 balanced ovals. All of my bebop work comes in 3 different colors, black and white. This is the green and also blue. This is one of my favorite pieces from my bebop collection, my 3 hanging ovals. And while I have this up, I really want to show a lot of my work features a very soft silver cable wire with a friction clasp. It's very, very easy to use. You just push beyond the friction and close it. But the great thing about this cable wire is that it's just very soft on the skin. It doesn't stick up on the bones, very bright. I also have stainless steel cable, but I really prefer the silver. So from the bebop, I moved on to a collection that I like to call Groove, because Groove was sort of about the fact that I was finding my stride. It was sort of a conceptual idea at first and became very literal. This is my party of 6, and it features 3 beads of 2, which you can make a party of 4 or party of 2, depending on how you want to string it up. And this also comes in the cable wire. But as you can see, what I've done with the Groove collection is I have created a shape within a shape that I press different types of polymer canes that I make into. And the thing that I really love about the polymer is I wanted to show you what the canes look like. These canes are, made one by one, and with each piece I shave, selections from the cane that I then press. And what's really cool about them is that every time I press something, something unique happens and something really natural happens. And I really love the effect of that. Here's a couple more pieces from my groove collection. These are on chains. I have quite a bit of stuff that you'll see on my website. And of course, the images on my website will be a lot easier for you as well. And these are just a few things. What I have on is my 3 horizons piece, and I'm wearing my dotted dangles. And I think I have as much fun naming these things as I do making them.
Nancy, I was just going to say, you are such a fabulous presenter, and the names add to the life. I mean, I was saying in the chat, I can't imagine not feeling like I'm wearing a party, like you're just out there with that piece with the party of 6, because one has such an individual personality, as if it's going to the party, and your names and the music reference. I'm just smiling. I can't stop smiling while I hear.
They're very casual pieces, especially the bebop collection. It's the kind of collection you wear with jeans, and it's sort of an everyday collection, especially the stuff on the chains. The groove collection I really wanted to be a little bit more elegant with, and you can sort of dress those up and down, but they are unique. They add color, they add personality. They're all very different.
And I see how that's elevated, and it does take it to a real, like you could wear it to a museum opening kind of place. I also see your background in the piece with the fine art, because these are like pieces of abstract art that are wearable. And then I am also getting a reference in my head to inlaid wood, the way you're using that polymer as an.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of engineering that went into this work. Let me just, I'll show you with this piece again. If you see the back part, what the back shows is I started by sweat soldering 2 layers of silver together. The top layer was the layer that had the cutout. And I eventually moved to developing these pieces and casting them, and then I assemble them, each individual piece. But the back has holes so that it holds the polymer without glue. So they took a lot of engineering, and I think a lot of that work came out of my fine woodworking experience, because
you could so see the reference in there. That's incredible. Somebody in the chat said lively, and they really are lively. Now, are each of those pieces in the party of 6 separate?
No, the party of 6 is each bead, if you will, is 2 pieces, and they have been designed to be shown together. If I wanted to wear this as a party of 4, I would take the middle piece out and show the.
Who are you going to show us? That's so exciting.
Yeah, the other 2 together. So this would be the party of 4, and then I would wear this party of 2 together. I also have another party of 2 somewhere back here. I've got this piece, which is also a very popular piece.
I love the simplicity of that. It tells a big story in 2 delicate, minimal pieces, which is terrific.
The one last piece. This is my groovy single, and of course, there's a lot of different colors that all of this work comes in. I'm
seeing a little Paul Klee in there too,
contemporary,
contemporary art. Listen, Nancy, thank you so much. I know we have questions for you that we're going to get to, and the after party. You did a phenomenal job. So relax. It was amazing. Love. And we are going to take this on. I cannot believe we are here already to our last presentation for the party today, and we're going to go to Joanne. Joanne, take it away.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm going to thank Art Party Central for hosting us. This has been a really fun experience. And I'm excited to be here today. And for those of you who do not know me, my name is Joanne Litz, and I am co-founder of a company called Steel Pony. My husband and I started our business about 29 years ago. And we make sustainable boho inspired clothing. And when you're talking color, I also am very into color. So I'm going to join the group with all the color that I'm going to be showing here today. So in spring, last time I did this art party, I was showing spring. That was March. Now it's April, and April is a really cool month because there are two things in April. One is it's a sustainability month. So I do a challenge. I'm doing a challenge every day on my social media, telling people different things that they can do and asking them to photograph themselves and tag Earth Day every day to kind of push that idea out. And it's also at the end of the month tie-dye day. So I decided to do a collection that was that incorporated the tie-dye aspect of it, even though we don't really call it tie-dye here because we use a lot of different techniques. In this new collection of t-shirts and tanks. They are on my website, except that 10 minutes before when we were talking, I realized I don't have them live for everybody yet. I have a VIP program, and those are the guys that have seen it first. As soon as we're done today, I will make it live on the website. So you'll be able to see these in the What's New section. That's where I would send you because everything's listed there. So we just decided that we were going to take all of our bright colors from spring and we were going to really make some fun patterning. So I have a couple of different tanks available. And again, I forget the names of them. So I'm just gonna, this one I know is called Astrid because I've already gotten quite a number of orders on it. But each one is one of a kind. We use the same colors, but they never come out the same. So these are all different styles, designs that you can get. This body is an A-line shape, and it's probably my most popular body because it's got a nice feminine neckline, but it's also got the A-line shape for those of us who need it. My newest one that I really had fun with was this one. And again, I don't remember the name of it, but it will be on the website. So this one has side seam pockets. It's more of a tunic piece. It's really just a fun top. You can wear it with leggings, which I also sell. I do sell leggings on my website. I also, you could also mix back a regular wide crop pant. And then I do another pant I call the butterfly pant, which I'm wearing. And you probably can't see it because I'm not tall enough. But I also do, and I'm also doing one unisex body for the guys. So since it mainly get girls buy my things, I'm only doing one. And then I have one that's like this huge, big, oversized piece that's great for the beach. And then in Model, I also did some pieces. So you can also see that in the What's New section. That's actually there right now. The other thing is the piece I'm wearing today is just kind of an accident piece. My husband did, and we really liked the way it came out. So I'm making 3 more, 2 mediums and 1 large. And I just kind of wanted to show you, if I can get it out, where it starts. It takes him a really long time to wrap it up, but he gets it all ready, and then it gets dyed. First it gets dyed in one color, and then he wraps it, and then it gets dyed in the other color. So that's what I have. These are not on the website. If anybody is interested, they can email me.
Oh, Joanne.
I'm gonna have 2 mediums and 1 large.
So Joanne, for these things that aren't on the website, same thing as I was talking about earlier, that with Rebecca, that they can contact you and you'll reserve it for them?
Yes.
And
All
another,
the t-shirts, they will be there after this show.
yeah, and there's another question in the chat about your website and the VIP program, and whether or not the VIP pricing, I assume, is only for VIP members, and you can talk about that with people in the chat or later on, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Great. Oh, that's good. And then
Actually it's a great opportunity. And Gilda, who is on this call, is one of our customers. She can speak to that, to whoever was asking.
oh, that's fantastic. And I just want to say, I want to thank you personally for all your A-line shapes, because some of us who have taken COVID-19 literally straight down. Yep, it's a good look. So thank you for that. I'm very appreciative. And what exactly are you doing special for Earth Day?
Well, I'm doing more than one thing for Earth Day, but as I am part of a task force in Philadelphia, and we're doing display windows out on the street and putting our facts about sustainability. But on what I'm doing on my social media is every day I am putting out like something you can do to be more sustainable, and I'm asking people to do it and take a picture and post it and use the hashtag Earth Day every day, and then tag me at Steel Pony Style, so that at the end of the month, I'm hoping I'm going to have a lot of pictures and I'm going to be able to share them. But it's just like good ideas on just little things that we can do to, be more sustainable. And I'm also highlighting some people friends of mine that are also sustainable and are doing some really cool things.
There's such a great thread going through this party and artisan events about slow fashion and sustainability, and how as artisans and people who support artisans are doing so much to help the planet. Because when you buy from an artist, you're not contributing to this mass amount of trash that fast fashion is creating. So that's incredible. Thank you for that, Joanne. And we just have about, again, another 30 on this, but how about your sizing? Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, I have a pretty broad range of sizing. I fit size 6 up to 3X in some things. My clothing is very forgiving, as you can see. And this is a size medium that I'm wearing. So, if you become part of my VIP program, there's also other opportunities. But yeah, I fit a lot of different sizes.
And I love that you make real women feel like a medium. So thank you for that as well. Really, and Gilda, thanks for your comments about Steel Pony. We got somebody attending the party, attesting, like giving testament to it, which is fantastic. I am so appreciative. Joanne, we will also come back to you at the after party. Thank you so much.
Sure.
And I want to thank every single artist who is here presenting today. Even as an artist, you are inspiring to me, and as I'm sure you are to the people that attended the party. And I love this intimate connections where you tell us more about your story. You let us into your home. We know your son's coming home from baseball. These are the things that, make us feel connected on this planet. And it was a beautiful thing. So thank you so much. And I want to thank everybody for being here and supporting everybody and supporting Art Party Central. You are why we make our work in the first place. You are what nourishes us. You are what gets us excited to wake up and create every single day. And by coming to these parties, by telling your friends about the parties, bringing more people to this platform, we couldn't be more grateful. And if you haven't done it yet, this is our way of subtly asking you to do that. And we enjoy I can't tell you how much we love your follows and your comments and your likes on our social media, as well as subscribing to our newsletters and hearing more about what we have to say and what we think about and what's going on in the creative world. So without further ado, I am going to get to the raffle winners. And at this point, I would love if you found that mute button at the bottom of your screen and unmuted yourselves and help me cheering along, because one woohoo is a very sad woohoo. Lots of woohoos are better. So please join in the cheering for our raffle winners for today's party. And without further ado, for number one, oh, most important, if, good, I usually forget this, I'm so glad I did. If you are a winner, please pop your email into the chat. If we don't have your email, we can't send you the coupon, you know, the coupon code for your $50. So again, especially if your Zoom name is different than the name you emailed and RSVP'd with, and we really won't be able to find you. So if you are a winner, pop it in the chat, or you could pop it privately in the chat to admin, and we'll find you that way. So here we go. For PoshFELT, Maureen, our winner today is Carolyn Stewart. Yay! That was not just me. I'm so happy. Congratulations, Carolyn. For number 2, for Shepherd's Run Jewelry, we have Erin Kelly. Congratulations, Erin.
Hey, Erin.
Thank you.
For number 3, for Sherwood Forest Design, we have Susan Luckman. Susan Luckman. For LFABRIKA, our winner is Rosemary. Rosemary, you are a winner.
Sorry, my camera is
All right.
off because my son is crazy.
Oh, we're so happy you won. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nancy Marland Jewelry. I hope I don't overly butcher this name. Barbara Debutron. Barbara, you're a winner. And finally, for Steel Pony, our winner is Terry Dupree.
Yay, Terry.
So congratulations to all our winners, but because we want everyone to feel like they won something, all getting the coupon code for 10% off all 6 of the makers' websites, as well as my website, karlagudeon.com, and Nora, my amazing co-host website, swanandstone.com. The coupon is going to be good today through April 16th. So head over to those websites and treat yourself or others to some happy shopping Saturday. The coupon for today's party is Art Party APR 10. Art Party APR 10. The code is in the chat, and you're also going to be getting a follow-up email with links to everyone's website and that code again. We have 3 days of parties next week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So many chances. That's 6 chances to come to another art party. Thursday is our first ever all jewelry party. Some of the artists that are as part of these 3 days of parties are Clara Applewhite Designs, BG Art Forms, The Wearable Garden, Elements, Jill Schwartz, Jennifer Lippman Bruno Design, Megan's Jewelry Box, Megan Patrice Riley Jewelry, Lauren Blaze Jewelry, Alex Lozier Jewelry, Alicia Niles Glass, Shanna Croy Jewelry, Valerie Hector Design, Karla Gudeon Art and Design, Francesca Vitali Jewelry, LFABRIKA, Nikki Nation Jewelry, Suzanne Schwartz Jewelry, and Lillian Asterfield. And you can RSVP to any of these parties at artpartycentral.org. I want to thank Nora again, another co-founder of Art Party Central, for being my amazing co-host today. You may not have seen her, but we could not have done this without her. You would not want me multitasking and putting links in the chat. It would be all screwed up, I promise you. So we are all very, very grateful for Nora for making sure everything ran smoothly. Again, swanandstone.com. I want to thank you all once again for coming. You make our world a happier place. And we love seeing you in person, but we think this is a pretty special way we've created for all of us to connect. So we know you're busy. And for those of you that have to go, thank you. And we hope we see you next time. And for those of you that want to stay and ask your questions or hear more questions answered, feel free to stay unmuted and pop in some questions or pop out, just shout out a question. We will ask though, if you have noise in the background, to please go and mute yourself again so everybody can hear all the questions being answered. Does anybody have anything they want to shout out right away? With that, I'm going to ask Nora, was there anything I missed in the chat, Nora?
I'm sorry, I'm right in the middle of looking for through the emails, so.
Okay, so then we will just move on. I think that's me having weird feedback. I don't know. But we're going to, the first question is going all the way back to the beginning of the party to that wall of color from Maureen. Maureen, can the bags be made in different sizes than what you're showing them in?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me that. The answer to that is yes and no. It all depends on what style. I do have different frames and I have them custom made for me in different sizes. So sometimes I don't have all the bags on the website because I don't have the frames. They're being manufactured. So the best way to do to answer actually that question, or if you have a question for me, is to email me and we can set up a Zoom and then we can work one-on-one and I can physically show you the difference in sizes and that.
What happens on the Zoom when somebody like me comes on and says like one of everything, please?
We love Zoom calls like that.
and just really quickly, can we see the crossbody that all of us have been ogling on the mannequin right next to you?
Oh, the casual crossbody, yes, yes. This has gotten really great acknowledgement. Everyone loves this because it's really functional. I put the pockets on the outside as opposed to the inside, keeping that prime real estate and the inside clutter free. So you have a large detached, semi-detached pocket. So when you're wearing it, it's easy to lift and open the snap. I do think methodically on how my bags actually function and look at the same time. Then on the back side, there's a large pocket as well. Great for your cell phone or anything else that you're carrying. And then when you open the bag, you just twist these two knobs. Did you see me do? Oops. And then you just open it and it opens all the way to the depth of the bag. So you can see exactly what's in there. Nothing is hindering.
You have a very organized brain that I am completely envious of. Thank you so much, Maureen.
Thank you, Karla.
And Soli, we have a couple of questions for you. I'm going to ask them both and you can move right from one to the other. One is, do your bowls hold up to daily use? And then also, are you in any museums?
I heard the first one. Yes, they hold up to daily use. I've had people who've had my bowls for 25 years. So yes, they've been sealed 8 times with a really hard, thin, water-based, clear, non-toxic. So yes, eat, repeat, and enjoy. What was the next question?
How about museums? Are you in any museum collections?
Oh, yes. Yeah, quite a few. I have a long-term relationship with the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. I've worked with them about 6 times, most recently with the John Singer Sargent show, where they included my lemons and pomegranates, and also with the Philadelphia Museum of Art with the Cezanne show.
And that
they had about 6 of my patterns.
Thank you. And once again, I'm going to be quiet for a second in case somebody else wants to shout out a question before I go on. Okay, then I am going to move on back to Rebecca.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Soli. And
thanks,
Rebecca,
Karla, everyone.
Do you do custom work?
I do, yes.
I think that was Rebecca. Yeah, Rebecca, do you do custom? Can you tell us a little about how that would work?
Yeah, absolutely. So I do custom of any of the pieces that I make. For instance, I can change the length, I can change the metal, but I can also do fully custom as well. I do quite a bit of wedding jewelry, so rings, engagement bands, and yeah, currently I'm working a lot with people via Zoom or FaceTime, and beyond that, there's a couple of people I've worked with just purely with email as well. You can look on my Instagram.
I think, based on what you said about the dots representing people, and then you said wedding bands, and because think I have, my son's getting married, it made me think that would be the best bridal party gift, is like something with dots representing all the women in the bridal party. I'm going to remind anybody else who hasn't remuted themselves to please remute themselves so we could hear the questions.
But yes, I do a lot of custom, and I'm happy to work, either give people ideas if they have a starting point, or to work from a reference point that they have as well. And soon enough, I actually just got my vaccine this week, yay! So I'll be able at some stage to start doing some kind of outdoor appointments with people as well. I've done a couple of distance shop things too. But yeah, I'm super flexible, and because I'm self-employed and work from my home, I can make my own hours and work around. That was one of the great things about the last art party, is I had a number of Zoom appointments within like the 2 days following, so kept me super busy.
Yay! I'm happy for the person with the Zoom appointment and you. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And then I am going to bring a question over to Nancy. Which is that we could see in the background that you have mostly wire earrings, but do you do posts as well?
Yes, everything that I do, pretty much everything that I do in a wire can also be made into a post. One thing I wanted to just mention about, I wanted to one of the questions that I know I wanted to answer was about the finish. My work comes in a shiny finish, but it can also be made as a brush finish. So it's just something you want to ask for if a brush finish is something you want. But I like the shine because it's very easy to clean. I like the pop and the bright, and I think it works well with the polymer.
Oh, thank you so much. And Luba, 2 questions. Do you have a poncho, and how do you take care of your lace and linen?
Okay, lace, linen, scarves. Sometimes my customers ask me, because it's lace, how gentle they need to be on washing, and it's really, a little frustrated at first. But I want you to remember, linen, it's fiber, very, very, very to take care of. When you hand wash, which I recommend for all my scarves, hand washed, to be hand washed, and after drying for whatever, even you can dry in dryer on gentle cycle, but after that you just use hot iron. That's it, done. It will be completely the same, back to same form. And linen, it's amazing. And you have to remember, after a while, linen became softer and softer, and your scarf will be more gentle through years, more gentle to your skin. And another question, what you asked me?
Do you have a poncho? Is that a poncho?
No, it's not in mannequin, no poncho today, but I have a poncho, but they're very dark colors, and on Zoom they're not
on the spring.
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, I do ponchos, yes, but if somebody needs ponchos, like piece of clothes, I can do this. Of course, it's anybody can contact me and make Zoom appointment, and I will show what I have. Yeah.
Cool. And finally, back to Joanne for a minute. Everybody likes a good origin story. So tell me about Steel Pony. How did you come up with the name Steel Pony for your company?
I'm looking at my husband who's giving me a look. Actually,
clean.
Well, there are actually like 3 stories, but I'm gonna tell you the last story. Basically, a steel pony is an antique sewing machine. So that's what they used to call them. They were made of steel, and they were workhorses. So they were called steel ponies.
I love that. That feels so connected to our past and to again, slower fashion, slower time.
And I still use a steel machine. So
It's great.
I don't like the plastic.
And I know we touched a little bit on size, but if you could tell us a little more, just a tiny bit more about your sizing.
I'm not exactly sure what else to tell you about sizing.
Oh, I just want to know, is it traditional, small, medium, large?
Oh, yeah, except that it's traditional small, medium, and large, 2X, 3X. But on my website, because my styles are so varied and some things are supposed to be more fitted, some things are more loose, I have a size chart set up so that it's specific to the style. So you can, if you put in like certain information, it'll tell you which size would be best for you.
Great.
It makes it a lot easier to try to figure out your size, but you can always have a Zoom meeting with me too.
Yep. That's fun for anybody who wants. These artist Zoom meetings are the best. And with that, unless there's any other questions, I think we're going to say thank you again for coming and enjoy the rest of your Saturday and certainly the rest of your weekend. And we hope we see you at next week's art parties.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.